Previously on Dragon Age.
Uldred is the mastermind behind it all. At Uldred's suggestion, the Circle was about to ally itself with Loghain when the Terns' treachery was revealed. Uldred let loose a bolt of energy that flung us all against the far wall. That woke me up. It might have been a signal. That was when a whole group of mages poured into the chamber. And that was when I saw real blood magic in action for the first time in my life. It was like they brought the wrath of the Maker himself down upon our heads. Uldred must have also dabbled in demonology. When the fighting started, he tried to summon something, or some things. They overwhelmed him, and when his screaming stopped, Uldred was gone.
And to deal with a solid minute of loading screens, we have every transformation unlocked. So we can now go everywhere in the Fade. Or should be able to go everywhere. Did we go up in that mousehole area? I'm gonna go find out.
Right.
So now we have the golem transformation. As a golem, obviously we're pretty tough. We have, let's see, 413 health. Yeah, we have more than double the health of our elf form. We have a slam attack. If it hits, it deals critical damage and knocks the target down. Quake slams the ground 3 times, dealing damage to all nearby targets and stunning them unless they pass a physical resistance check. And hurl a rock at the target, damaging all nearby targets and knocking them down unless they pass a physical resistance check. So those are good abilities, and we can now break down these massive doors, which does use up a charge of the hurl, so it has to come off cooldown. Yeah, there is a point of strength we can get here. And nothing else. But permanent upgrades to our stats are always welcome. See, if you start moving as a mouse too early, you do not get stealth. Which is not so bad. Let's see, we cleared everything in here. Let's see, we'll go without our transformations for now, and then we'll transform if we see that it is necessary for us. Okay, so we got some mages.
This should be easy.
First we do Mana Clash. We get hit by the homing missile there of the stone golem. Ooh, he briefly got frozen. Crush the golem with ice magics and then Crushing Prison. Crushing Prison is good no matter what, but it triggers the Shattered effect on frozen enemies. Luckily we have 2 ice spells to try and freeze enemies. And then there is still another spell we could learn. We could still go for Stone Fist, which also would work on frozen enemies like that. Just do a quick scan if there's any books that will give us a new codex entry. I don't see anything. Do you like this hazy filter that's over everything while we're in the Fade?
Enemies approaching.
Enemies approaching. How much do you want to bet that there are? I was going to say that there are more enemies, but you're labeled as a mage, but you are not wearing mage robes. I was just thinking there would be more invisible rogues to jump out and attack us, but that didn't happen. Here's a side room. Here might be the main boss battle, but we'll explore everything. Hello? Okay,
Right.
oh, that sucks. That sucks really bad. That sucks really bad.
This should be easy. Enough?
It sucks really bad. Okay. Russian prison on one. Resisted. Not what I want to hear.
Show me what you've got.
We will fire. What else can we do?
This should be easy enough.
Okay, we got one down. That's good. Delirium potion.
Next.
More cone of cold. Health poultice. Priest, you should have been in my
You never had a chance.
cone of cold a moment ago, but... Okay. Taking them on by yourself as a mage, not that much fun. Oh, and yeah, if you weren't playing as a mage, this could be totally different. If you were... like, one of my other favorite builds... Nice. One of my other favorite builds is a warrior with 2 weapons. And then you could just be here with massive armor. And you could tank lots of blows. That would be probably preferable. But I have a lot of offensive capabilities. And I can heal with
I said something
magic
wrong.
as well as poultices. Okay, there we go. Only 22 XP, huh? Well, you know what we do in a room like this?
No mercy.
There we go. And once again, we inspect for any stray books or scrolls that are interesting. But there seems to be nothing in this one. I don't have a guide or anything, so if there are secrets, I might miss them because I'm just basing everything off of my personal knowledge and experience of having played this game loads of times. Here, look, this is what it's like. I don't know why I just untransformed there. Might not have been a good idea. Okay, who has the most health? This one? Shattered.
Let's get started. As you wish. On.
2 down. And we can take this one on. Ow, that hurts.
This should be easy enough.
Alright. That was actually... That was a good idea on my end, I think. Just to transform into a golem and then resisting their... Well, at least the physical... Passing the physical resistance check, I imagine. On them throwing their big rocks. And the extra health pool made it so that I'm not near death immediately. Gain another point in strength. But doing this quest is pretty beneficial for your character. Because of all the extra points you get in all the different stats. Now, obviously, if you're playing a warrior, Getting extra magic is not that important. Getting extra willpower is not that important. Me as a mage, getting extra strength is not that important. But all the other stuff helps a lot. Cunning is useful. If you're a rogue, it's one of your main stats. Mana Clash. Wow. I might have to quick load here because... yeah, they just disabled me. They just disabled me and killed me with, well, me being unable to react. So we are going to... do this.
Right.
There. That's how you solve that. And then we have a spirit door before there's the boss, Slavren. But before we fight Slavren, we go... then we fight a golem on foot.
This should be easy enough.
No problem. Here's another Essence of Dexterity. They do have some, there's some beneficial bonuses here, I believe. If we go to character record, Dexterity increases defense by 1 for each point purchased. Defense means lower chance for them to hit me. And physical resistance checks, obviously. So my armor, my defense is 43. Increases the chance of dodging or parrying physical attacks. Is 43 the % chance that I don't get hit? I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's of a factor because if I go to my equipment, is that not on here? Inventory? And I have this boots, 10% chance to dodge attacks. It doesn't have any effect on my defense if I unequip those. So it's just part of the calculation. But higher dexterity is good for me because ideally, when enemies try to kill me, I don't get hit. Another...
You're getting sloppy.
ooh! Getting sloppy.
Let's get started. Right. Here we go.
Try and kill them as fast as possible. I don't have Crushing Prison. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that. Ow. I can also set them on fire.
Let's get started.
Oh, I need to chug a potion right now. I mean, it's a poultice, it's not a potion, but that's the animation.
Easy enough.
I'm gonna get hit by that. And I can
Let's get started.
just duke it out with fists. And just punch his lights out. That works as well. One more cunning. Yeah, and one thing that I did read up on... oh, hey, it's... mesh is floating slightly above the ground. Obviously, if you want cunning, not just for as a rogue for your critical chance, but also for your speechcraft. You can be more persuasive if your skill in cunning is higher. Especially as an elf, I think your cunning suffers a little bit. And you can then make up for that by picking up enough points to get the highest level of coercion. By getting more points in cunning from doing this quest. Alright, attempt to defeat the boss. He's an abomination. So he does have some magic, so we'll just do this. Oh, I'll take that.
Right.
And we'll do that. Yeah. Good enough for me. Quest updated. We have... I'm not sure what the update says, but now we have defeated one more of the demons, and now you should be able to see here. It gives a symbol, and then it creates these lines that say that are working towards unlocking these. But that means that they aren't quite there yet. We still need to, for example, beat the Burning Tower, and then we can go to this nightmare and save one of our companions. So here, for example, in the Burning Tower, we needed Golem form to break down the door. And Burning Man form to get through the flames. And then there's Burning Templars. Now, how much damage do these guys do to me? A little bit. What if I went and became human? That is something. Does Mana Clash work on them at all? No. Ooh, but what about Golem form? Can I just do... Hurl? Yeah. I could get used to that. I don't know if I'll bother cutting out all the parts where I quick save, because I do that basically after every encounter. Because you never know. I don't really want to do fights a second time if I don't have to. Oh, hello. Ragos. This is the boss of this area. You get a Crushing Prison as well. You also get a Mana Clash. And you're dead as well. +1 to strength. See, fighting other magical things is somewhat easy for me because I have more tools at my at my disposal. Jeez, I couldn't come up with the word for a second. And fighting enemies one-on-one is always easier. Alright, here's one nightmare. Let's see which companion this is. Oh, it's Win.
Maker, forgive me. I failed them all. They died and I did not stop it.
They're not dead yet. The circle can still be saved.
What about all this? How can you say that when you are faced with this? Death. Can you not see it? It's all around us.
You're in the Fate. This is a dream.
Why was I spared? If not to help them, what use is my life, now that I have failed in the task that was given me? Leave me to my grief. I shall bury their bones, scatter their ashes to the four winds, and mourn their passing, till I too am dead.
You have to fight this feeling, whatever it is.
Your blatant disregard for the souls of the dead strikes me as being utterly inappropriate.
Please think about what you're doing here and why.
I do not know what you are trying to tell me. Why must you make this more painful? And where were you when this happened? I trusted you as an ally, and you were nowhere to be found.
Persuade. I am the only thing that's real. Ignore everything else.
I do not know what this will accomplish, but I will do this if it will satisfy you. It is difficult to focus. It feels as though something is stopping me from concentrating. I've never had so much trouble. Perhaps Some time away from this place will help me think clearly.
That sounds like a good idea.
Don't leave us, Wynne. We don't want to be alone.
Holy Maker, stay away, foul creature.
More demons to kill, it seems.
Stay, Wynne. Sleep soundly in the comforting embrace of the earth. Do not fight it. You belong here with us.
No, not yet. My task is not yet done. It is not time yet.
Come away to your rest.
Okay, immediately I get frozen in place. For how much longer? And Wynne gets KO'd. And I get killed.
This should be easy enough.
Okay, I'm dead.
I said something wrong here.
Okay, this time I got them right
Is it
away.
over? Thank the Maker for you. Wait, what's happening? Where are you going?
I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. So we freed Wynne. You can beat this mission without freeing any of your companions. However, freeing them makes them appear in the inner sanctum once you're done with everybody. What's in there? Abominations?
Right.
So they're dead. Here's a mouse hole and a spirit door.
As you wish.
We can handle them. It's one.
And parry, strike it.
Freeze. So,
Let's get started.
okay. And then we get them all. And touch some lyrium. Well, I don't know if this is where I want it to end up necessarily. Arcane Horror?
Right. On.
Stop this cast. Another one of these ominous statues. I assume the mouse hole also leads to here. Now we're actually out of this loop area. Oh, we need to become a Burning Man. This whole room's caught on fire. He's immune to flame. But so are we. I'll close that door. What's through here? Another arcane horror.
Let's get started.
Resisted. Resisted again. Okay. He's very weak, so
As you wish.
fairly easily cleared him.
Come, you can do better than that.
Nice. And now we are at the door for the boss of this area, Veilguard.
Catch
Hello.
me if you can. I know you want to.
Okay. There's just a Templar here. Okay. Well, we can catch you.
The game isn't over, mortal.
Oh, it is for you.
As you wish.
Another point in cunning. See, this looks a little creepy. In this area, the Templars... Oh no, this is the Darkspawn invasion, never mind. There are some things closer to the start that I missed. So I'm quickly running back to get those. Okay, it looks like there's only one door here that was a massive door. Couldn't go through that. And there's just a strength upgrade here. That's good. I'll take it. And here we are back at the main room where we learned the transformation. And now we can go forward. And... let's see. Not a fan of how this is going so far. Ooh, emissary. Did he resist or what? Rushing prison. He got knocked down. Ugh, I had to rely a little bit on healing, but
Think you have a chance.
we did end up getting them all. Oh no, there's more back there. We'll just sit here and regen for a sec.
Stay still. You're getting stuck.
Defeated that room full of enemies, and now we have Uthkiel the Crusher. As you can tell, that's a tough guy. We're gonna see if we can take him on regularly. Resisted.
Start.
Resisted again. see.
As you wish.
Can you resist it again? Yes. He can resist it again.
Let's get started. Is it just me?
He keeps resisting my attacks. That's not
Excellent.
not fun. But we got him. And now we've defeated them all. So now we can save our remaining 2 companions. Here's Alistair with his sister.
Oh, hello. You must be one of Alistair's friends.
Yes.
Hey, it's great to see you again. I was just thinking about you. Isn't that a marvelous coincidence? This is my sister, Goldana. These are her children, and there's more about somewhere. We're one big happy family, at long last.
You seem very content.
I am. I'm happier than I've been my entire life. Isn't that strange? I thought being a Grey Warden would make me happy, but it didn't. This does.
I'm overjoyed to have my little brother back. I'll never let him out of my sight again.
May I borrow him for a second? We have business elsewhere.
I don't think I'll be coming. I don't want to spend my life fighting, only to end up dead in a pit along with rotting darkspawn corpses.
Well, Alistair, is your friend staying for supper?
Say you'll stay. Goldana's a great cook. Maybe she'll make her mince pie. You can, can't you?
Of course, dear brother. Anything for you.
I can't stay, and you shouldn't either, Alistair.
You're acting really strangely.
Think about this and how you got here. Think carefully.
All right, if it makes you happy. It's a little fuzzy. That's strange.
Alistair, come and have some tea.
No. Wait. I remember a tower. The circle. It was under attack. There were demons. That's all I really remember.
That's because that's all that happened. The sloth, or I could say the Sloth Demon. Yeah, the Sloth Demon, do you remember that?
Are you saying this is a dream? But it's so real.
Of course it's real. Now wash up before supper and
Something doesn't feel quite right here. I think I have to go.
Come with me then.
No, he is ours, and I'd rather see him dead than free.
Goldana, you can get crushed and stunned. Stunned for a long time. Stunned for a very long time.
As you wish.
There.
Goldana? I can't believe it. How did I not see this earlier?
The demon probably did something to your head.
Yes, well, try not to tell everyone how easily fooled I was. Are we going now? Wait, where are you going? What's happening to me? Hey!
There we go. And then there's one more, and that should be Morrigan. Yes.
Away! Away with you! I shall have no more of your pestering!
I am your mother. Do you not love me?
You are as much my mother as my little finger right here is the Queen of Ferelden. I know you, Fade Spirit. You cannot fool me.
Are you more clever than your own dear mother? Surely such pride must be punished.
Wow.
There! That is for not showing respect.
That is far more like it, but it is too little too late, spirit. 'Tis you at last. Come and rid me of this vexatious spirit. I weary of being prodded.
You know that that's a spirit?
'Tis not plain to see? We are in the Fade, and this is a Fade spirit, and not my mother, despite its constant assertions.
She doesn't even acknowledge her own mother. My heart, it breaks.
Oh, slay it, and quickly! Even the true Flemeth was never as annoying as this.
There.
'Tis about time. That was most... Wait. What is this? No, not this again. I refuse.
So yeah, funny. Morrigan immediately sees through the Fade, the facade of the Fade, and is not very amused. Another one that immediately knows that they're in a dream is Sten. And Sten just sits there, and when you tell him, hey, this is not real, he says, I know. But he is with his dead companions and just wanted to see them one more time. And he was kind of waiting for you. Alright, here's the Inner Sanctum for the final boss battle against the real Sloth Demon. Hello. How you doing?
What do we have here? A rebellious minion? An escaped slave? My, but you do have some gall. But playtime is over. You all have to go back now.
Oh, here I am. And there you are. You just disappeared. Well, no matter.
You made a dangerous enemy, demon, by toying with my mind.
You will not hold us, demon. We found each other in this place, and you cannot stand against us.
If you go back quietly, I'll do better this time. I'll make you much happier.
I don't want anything you offer.
I made you happy and safe. I gave you peace. I did my best for you, and you say you want to leave? Can't you think about someone other than yourself? I'm hurt. So very, very hurt.
I'll take my chances. I'll do nothing you say.
You wish to battle me? So be it. You will learn to bow to your betters, mortal.
Okay, everyone. Attack with all you've got. Morgan, what is something good? Lower resistance. Death Hex, obviously, is really, really good. Not only that, I want you to taunt the boss. Can I try and do Cone of Cold? Yep. Resisted. Watch our allies' health a little bit. Let's see. Why don't you heal Alistair? Morgan's already doing fine with her spells here. Use a poultice.
Only one shall stand.
I will take a lyrium potion. Oof. Transformation again. And why don't we follow that up with a Stone Fist? Yes, he got, well, not killed, but stunned. When you could also use a lyrium potion, actually, that's would be fine. And actually, Morgan, you can do that too. That's fine.
Time for a little cleanup. Let's make this quick.
Wipe them out.
Only one shall stand.
Bursting one more time. I think this might be his last form. That's alright. What happens here? Can you not do taunt again? Insufficient stamina. We don't have anything that helps with that, do we? Heal. Just do that. And you do a death hex.
Less fighting, more dying. Blast you. Have at you. Fear is your weakness. A little frantic.
This is his final form. Man.
This should be easy enough.
Ooh. That's not good. Can you do a group heal? Regeneration? Now you could do heal on Alistair. I can do one on myself. Alistair, are you completely stunned? Yes. That is not good. That I don't think there's anything we can do about it then. I think Alistair's going down. There's just no... I don't have a spell. I don't have anyone that can do a spell right now that can fix that.
They'll never know what hit him.
Wow, and she's also just exploding into blood, so that's her gonna be down as well. I could have done force field on Alistair, but that is hindsight. You use a health poultice.
Armed and dangerous. Ready for action.
I fire. He resisted. Oh, we almost got him.
Time for a little.
I think we got him. Okay.
Ow! My bruises are
You
all
defeated the
bruised now.
demon. I never thought I never expected you to free yourself. To free us both. When you return, take the litany of Adrala from my body. It will protect you from the worst of the blood magic.
Your body?
I cannot go with you. I've been here far too long. For you, it will have been an afternoon's nap. Your body won't have wasted away in the real world while your spirit lays in the hands of a demon.
You think you're going to die?
Every minute I was here, the Sloth Demon was feeding off of me, using my life to fuel the nightmares of this realm. There is so little of me left. I was never meant to save the Circle, or survive its troubles. I am dying. It is as simple as that.
There must be something I can do.
Thank you, but it is too late for me. I do not fear what may come. They say we return to the Maker in death, and that isn't such a terrible thing. My only regret is that I could not save the Circle. But you can. Take the litany off my body when you return. It is important.
I will do this.
I'm not a hero. Perhaps trying to be one was foolish.
Ordinary people can do great things when they have to.
Dark times, greater acts of heroism, eh? You may be right. Before I was taken to the Circle, my mother said I was meant for greatness. That I would be more than my ancestors could have ever dreamed. I hope I haven't disappointed her.
You didn't, no.
It is time for us both to be on our way. Remember the litany of Adrala. The Circle is all that matters now. Thank you, and goodbye, friend.